So let's get right into it here with Karine Jean-Pierre holds White House press briefing. And let's listen to the nonsense once again right here. You heard it first.
Thank you. You've been referring to this new shot as the updated COVID-19 vaccine. Can you explain a little bit more the decision to no longer be calling it just a booster?
Well, we have to remember we haven't seen a vaccine, a new vaccine, since December 2020. Our health and medical experts made an independent determination that we now have new updated vaccine, as you just said, to fight COVID. It is the first time that we have seen this type of updated vaccine, like I said, since December of 2020. And the message to folks that we are providing is, if you're 12 or older and it's been at least 2 months since you last got a shot, you should get these new updated vaccines right away. That's the doctor's advice, and they made this decision independently.
But you do still need to get the...
Can you believe this? Go get them right away. And they're telling you straight to your face, we made these decisions independently. Yes, independent of data, independent of proof or evidence that anything's worth it. And more importantly, independent of your position, independent of your ideas, independent of your approval, right? This is how the biosecurity works.
The first original dose before you can get this shot. The FDA, the CDC, they're still referring to...
And they made this decision independently.
But you do still need to get the first original dose before you can get this shot. The FDA, the CDC, they're still referring to this as a booster. So I guess why the discrepancy? Are you concerned that may cause some confusion?
Well, I'm not going to get into like regulatory language on what to call this. I'll leave.
Of course you're not, because there is no language other than the language you create and make up. That's why this is all a game. This is all shadow puppets.
That to a booster or a vaccine, I'm just laying out what the doctors and the expert have recommended. This is again a new vaccine. We haven't seen a new vaccine since December 2020. What this vaccine does, it targets the Omicron variant, which is the dominant variant, not just here but globally. And this is good news. This is a step forward, and we're
step forward. This is good news, right? That's what they've been telling us this whole time. And look what has happened every time. But their solution is, well, let's just keep going.
We're going to hear more from the president about this, but we think this is, again, a good step forward. We are in a place where COVID is now manageable. We know what works. We know what keeps us safe, what keeps us from not getting sick.
Really? Keeps us from not getting sick, she says? How many times are they going to lie through their teeth in our faces about all of this? What happened to reinfection? What happened to all of these people, triple, quadruple boosted, still sick as hell? What happened to all of that?
Is by getting vaccinated. And right now, if you think about it, there's more than 200 million Americans who are currently fully vaccinated. That's 77% of the population who are 12 and older. And so that's an important way forward that the president has worked very hard since stepping into the administration to make sure that we had a comprehensive vaccine.
Comprehensive? Let's just, the language. Are you serious? There's no evidence this thing does anything at all outside of, well, AE, and you all know what that means.
Getting shots into arms operation, and this is part of that.
Getting shots into arms operation. Gosh, these people, man, sick. We could put out all the videos. We could bring all the logic, all the evidence, all the proof. Changes nothing. Look at what they say. This is the mainstream narrative here. This is madness. And for me, I would say, like, well, yeah, the damage is done. They've, that's why the boosters are here, updating the software. That's how I look at it. This is updating software. We are going, this is a type of social engineering of, I'd say, psycho, physio, and emotional weakness. And we've been seeing this over, I'd say, at least the past 7 years. So psychological operations, obviously, physiological operations as well, because we are slowly having our systems, we'll just say that, deconstructed and re-engineered, but not without consequence, not without deficiency, we'll just say. Chronic illness will be the new state of health. If these programs continue, especially if you're talking about 77% of the population, we're moving towards a subscription-based medicine. Conniption-based population, subscription-based medicine. Now, what they're asking now for is every, I think, 8 weeks. Now, what she said, if you haven't had a boost within the past, I believe she said 2 months, you should be looking to get another one. This is, again, we said this from the very beginning. We're moving towards a subscription-based model where you will have ongoing compulsory offerings. No mandates are really needed, especially if you have 77% of the population complying. Mandates are not really needed. You'll just shame the rest and keep praising the sheep. So, yes, subscription-based medicine. That's what this is. Keep coming back for your next upgrade or upload, update.